Well, yes, there's matzahs in East. Snishke had the word. What's the difference between Lubavitch and a soup kitchen? You don't know? In a soup kitchen, the rich they feed the poor, and in Lubavitch, the poor they feed the rich. Das Hebel Geld. Let's go.
You want to think that idea. If you want us to get into like some not yet ribs or something, I have two neighbors who have them.
Hey,
I mean, the thing is, they both have non-Jewish.
doesn't matter.
That's right.
Rabbi said, please take every one of these matzahs. Should be.
I'll give away to.
Can take two. Take. You mamish, you don't know. There was someone called me up. So I said, Mr. Goldstein, where are you doing the Seder? I said, oh, he said, I already did it a few nights ago in the UJA. Verstehst? So I said, Mr. Goldstein, if I send you a pound of shmura matzah with a guide and a Seder thing, would you do the Seder? Sure. So I ordered a pickup from the dust and I sent him a. Amen. So, Remus. Yeah, 100%. Okay. L'chaim. Let's start with Soma. Ay, Soma lechona. Ay, kama lecho v'somoni. V'yeretz tzio v'yoyev beli. Oh, ya. I came back with the Shasi Sikhamida Uska Wokabide. I came back with the Shasi Lida is Uska Vide. Ay. My la did it die did it L'chaim. Okay, this man caught him, and what for the malot is meruba. In Yud Alef Nissan, it ends up there, forces us to before Pesach, even though we're vacuuming and matut, medafa b'slaristam and the egen chometz. So 123 years ago, Kaminyan Shnois of Shalaran, that the Rambam says that the real way of saying halal is to say. He says today there's minhagim shoinim and mishunim kol echet shoinim achavedei. But the real way of saying halal is the Chazan says, and everyone says hallelujah 123 times. And the simon is shenois of shalaran hakoyin, which is very interesting. Why does he have to give a simon? But upon we see similar shenois of shalaran hakoyin, and there is a beautiful sikha in Parshat Vayera Tov Mem Gimel. That was 123 years of the Yemaladis of the Rebbe Rashab. So the whole Farbrengen was dedicated to Kapitel Kufchav Gimel and Tehillim, which is beautiful if you want to look at that Farbrengen. So 123 years ago, we were zoichet to get an unbelievable light into this world, and Avoida was Avoida Shalaran HaKoyin. There's no question that this Avoida was Avoida Shalaran HaKoyin. Yes. Unser Aaron HaKoyin.
I went to visit him.
Okay. Good to mention.
Yes, Yaakov and Michalei is Hamar Refuah Shleim.
Amen.
So
I'll be carrying it.
Oh, L'chaim. You're here.
Yeah, because you invited me.
Okay, very good. Very good. You're here because it's Rebbe's birthday.
That's right.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
Happy anniversary to Shmulik, 36 years
Wow.
of his marriage.
We're actually getting married for this.
It's the best. It's nothing.
No, can't stop. L'chaim.
Let's say that's stuff.
Give me some plate. Anyone need plates?
No, today.
Ay vehi sheyam it's for you. V'shelo yechatlavi dom Adoneinu lechalotei Hashem Sodar Imaleinu V'hakadosh שבכל הדור ודור מתים זינו וחלוינו אלא שבכל הדור ודור נמלאנו לחלוינו גסיים נמלאנו אמן קדוש ברוך הוא נצילנו Kadosh Baruch Hu Latzilenu miyad hamayela shebachol Maleinu lechaloseinu shebachol Daim limaleinu lechaloseinu Daim limaleinu lechaloseinu Kadosh Baruch Hu Kadosh Baruch Hu Matzilenu miyada Shabbat Al dar vadar I'm the Malchina Lasma Oh yeah Shabbat Al dar vadar No Kadosh say I'm the Malaito. I'm the Malaito, the Colosseum. God is Father, Son, Matzileno, Bingo. And the God is Father, Matzileno, Bingo. L'chaim. It's Aaron HaKoyen. It's this year, it's 123 years,
Wow.
which is Minyan Lahem Shnoisav Shel Aaron HaKoyen. And we know from the Baal Shem Tov that there's a minute to say the Kapitel Tehillim, and that we know from the Rabbeim that continues also when Neshamas in Gan Eden. So there was a Yid. He was a painter. His name was Reb Handel Lieberman. He was actually the brother of Mendel Futterfass. Like Lubavitch's penny families, that the two brothers have different last names. So he once the Rebbe told him that there is that there is a thing for artists and display whatever, a convention. So the Rebbe suggested that and the Rebbe noch said he would pay for it.
Wow.
So was that Shaila Freck that the guy wasn't interested, but gegangen. So he went and he took his pictures with him, and he rented a hotel room. But it's a waste of time. So he had time. So at Gedavant, as a barichas, he learned to was a tomem Gedavant. He meets he said a famous painter, and the guy said, I heard from your room, I heard you're davening. And he said, I learned in yeshiva when I was young. Nabach, he went off the derech. But he said, when I heard you davening, could you give me your talis and film? And the person took his talis and film and didn't give it back to him till the night. The Vaila, he walks past the room and he can hear that this guy is davening the piece.
Wow.
And that was it. He didn't sell any pictures, didn't buy any pictures, nothing. They gave him a talis and film. A couple of days later, it was in the news that this person passed away. He understood that the Rebbe wanted that he should meet this Yid, there is one of our dear Mispalim, Rabbi Yochanan Davis. So he said that he asked once. There was a show in Vegas,
Electronic show.
electronics. So he asked the Rebbe if he should go. The Rebbe said, "Yeah, definitely should go." So he went, and he didn't have Pruta Bekis, but he went. So the Rebbe said he should go. Business going, but he met Shlomo Drimmer, and Shlomo Drimmer told him, I was here. I was supposed to be here till after Shabbos, and I have a fancy suite. But I decided to go home. So if you want, I give you my suite. So Hochana Platz Einstein. So
What does that mean?
he has a place. He didn't have a hotel room, so now he has a place to stay. He met someone else that he knows, and he said, "Why don't you come stay with me?" It was a suite with a few rooms.
Yeah.
Nebuch, the person went to gamble, and he had gambling problems. It's more Litzlan. He came back and he told Yochanan that it's it. He huh? Yeah. So therefore he's going to take care of his life. That's it. He's ending. He wants to commit suicide. So Yochanan heard that. He said, "Well, it's Lan." So he called his wife and he called the family and this booked tickets for the both of them, and he brought him back to New York. And Baruch Hashem, the Sayyid is Adayoim is Beseder. He understood why the Rebbe wanted he should go. He should go to the convention in Vegas. Here is a story from Yochanan Davis about Atzola Gashmis. Here is a story from Handel Lieberman, Atzola Ruchnius. So this was the avodah. So when we come to the year of 123, Minyan Lahem Shnoisev Shalaran Akoyen. This was the Rebbe's Mahalach. His own avodah Hashem. The Rebbe was very tough on himself, but to another Pashat, I mean, just what we saw, the Rebbe was very tough on himself. And even when the Rebbe was young, it was Kodesh Mebet and Mileda. The Rebbe Pashat, when he was a little. My grandparents were stuck in the First World War, so they didn't have where to live. So they lived in the house of the Rav Nikatinisab, the Rebbe's father. So my grandmother, she was a tough lady, tough like nails. So she was a special person. She lived to be 100 years old. My great grandmother.
Ever going into the whole.
No. That one, not Baba Mayasha. She lived about 107. Baba Brocha Maroza. So she saw that a junge Kind schläft nicht, esst nicht, and so she died sleeping. He's not eating. He was sitting and learning Yom of Alayla. So one day she called him up and said, "Listen, Mendel, listen to me. Das ist nicht essen, das ist nicht schlafen, das ist nicht wachsen. If you're not going to eat, you're not going to sleep, nothing, you're going to stay a little kid. Well, you have to eat, you have to take care of yourself." She gave him Musar, a little kid. Wow. She's a lady, she was living in the house. And it was First World War, and but to live for a few months, they lived in the house.
How many years later they came?
Many years later. So this in 1950, they came to America, which the Hainu 52 maybe.
It was his mother. His mother had nicht bemerkt.
No, but that's what she said, because the Merebet Tzanchak had Merebet Tzanchak told her, "Ich weiß nicht, was to tell me, my kid." So my grandmother stood. Yeah. So she thought she'll give him a bissel Musar. So she'll give him Musar. And she gave him Musar. Okay. And many years later, she came to America, Baruch Hashem. She was able to escape, and she came to America. And she came to the Rebbe the first time. The Rebbe gave her an unbelievable covet. Even with the Knussa, she came to the Rebbe. She was Eishes Chover. The Rebbe gave her. So the Rebbe stood up, and he smiled, and he looked at his shoulders. He said, "Nu, was sagt der Brache im Nechul gewachsen?"
Remember?
What do you think? What do you think? What do you say? Did I grow up?
So I just want to know how many years it was like. She was already old lady then.
She was old. To us, she wasn't that old. So that time she was
Over 40 at least.
yeah. So this many years went by.
So she was like 80 years old.
The Rebbe's avodah alain is tough. But L'idach, the Rebbe's avodah with another Yid was avodah shel Arna Kohen. Mamish was Oyev Shalom, Veroidev Shalom, Mamish Ave Oives Abrias, Karvan LaToyre. This was unbelievable cost. So this is 123 years. And the Emeladis of the Rebbe, it's a big koyach. It's a big koyach for every one of us. It comes into this world, unbelievable light. And this light intensifies. It's 123 years. It's from Keminya Shnois of Shalaron, L'chaim, L'chaim, L'chaim. Every one of us should be Metalmida of Shalaron. We should do the Avodah Hashem the way the Rebbe wants us to do. The Avodah Sai with ourselves, Sai Avodah Matzma, and Sai Avodah Mazulas. L'chaim, 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 L'chaim. Mi beis avodim v'nisanu. Okay.
If somebody makes your guy,
One second, one second.
what second can you say?
What?
Start from the beginning.
In Syria?
Start from the beginning. Back in
What are the markers?
And buttons.
I don't think anybody's real, but you go.
Giving the markers. Like the opinion of 10 markers, 50 markers?
Now?
Which opinion?
What'd you say? What?
Which opinion are they going with? I know, no.
I mean, now, right now?
It's all get markers to the Arab.
Oh, yeah?
Retaliating?
I don't know. That's what it said. So I'm asking according to which
What,
shita.
what you hear? The what?
The attacking simultaneously. Yeah, and Iraq.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Whoa! Iran, they're going directly to Iran?
Is that what the report says? I don't know. It's confirmed. No, no. It's like a couple Israeli news. Yeah, that's what they say.
Matzah drop, yeah.
It's all fake news.
No, it's yeah.
After face Iran, they
After face. Iran can see that.
Why? Oh, wow.
Okay, let's learn the Rebbe's kapitel. Shira Malo say Lechem Nososi Seini Ayoshi Bashamoy. It's a short kapitel, one of the shortest kapitel, but it's short and sweet. We say a Lechem Nososi Seini Ayoshi Bashamayim, that my eyes I pick up to you. My eyes I pick up to you. What the Tzemach Tzedek says that this is like it says Bizman Shoho Yisrael Mestaklum Kaplei Mailam Mishnabdim Libum Lavim Shemayim, that a Yid Moshe Rabbeinu made Nachash and Nachoshes, that they should see that everything, even though it looks like a Nachosh, but if a Yid looks Lamaila, he knows that everything is Latoiva. So he has to pick up his eyes. The Lekutei Halochos, he says, a Yid looks Lamaila is a good. But if a person looks Lamata, it's not good. So if a person looks Lamata, and he's into himself, then all of a sudden he starts to fall. But if he looks Lamaila, alles guckt is good. The Kedushas Levi, das was einmal sagt, das aber Wort beim es, zu stellen am Wort Wort. Then Pasuk continues, the Pasuk says, Hine cheine avodah magada keneim, keneim ashiv chal yad gevirte. That, that just like an Eved has nothing to rely on besides his Adam, just like a Shivcha has nothing to rely besides Gevirte. That we rely on the Eibishter. Sagt the Kedushas Levis, was sagt der ähnliche Wort, almost the same thing. He says, Achi Chonenu, we're like a servant and a slave. But once it'll be Chonenu, then it'll be a different dargan avodas Hashem. It'll be a totally different thing. Now we're looking to the Eibishter like avodim al yad neim kein shif al yad gevirt achi chanein. But once will be chaneinu, then Mashiach Tkumen will be like bonim, which will be samach al shulchan avim. It will be a totally different relationship. Which goes very well with Maimah. We're learning a Moededik Maimah b'yem ashti yosa yoim, and amidst some Shabbos by Mincha we'll finish the Maimah. Moededik, it's a must-learn Maimah. Maybe we'll talk about it soon, but it goes very well with what we'll talk about in that Maimah. So let's continue the kapitel. Chaneinu Hashem Chaneinu. Oh, one more word. There's a sefer called Tila LeDavid, a Meforish and Tilim. He points out that it's Apella, that here it says Keina Avodim, plural al yada the name, and then it says Keina Shiv Kol Yad Gevit B'Loshen Yochid. How come by Avodim it's Loshen Rabim and Shivcha is Loshen Yochid? So he says because there's 70 nations. And then it says the Goyim, they look up to the Sorim Lamaila, they look up to the Sorim, to the 70 Sorim. The Yadas Dvash has a chidush. He says that the pasuk says "Lususasi berikpe pare," which is Maloshin, right? Which is Loshin Akeva, right? Say the whole pasuk. So
I imagine that you are my wife.
berikpe pare, but Lususasi is Shuslosh Zacher is Samach Vav Samach, and the Shuslosh Akeva is Samach Vav Samach Taf Yud. So over here, the pasuk, when it talks about Richbei Paroi, it doesn't talk about the Sus Loshen Zocher, it talks about the Sus Loshen Akeva. Yared Zvash says that the stack is 70 Sorim Lamaila, 69 are male and 1 is female. And the Sara Paroi is a female. So he says that's why, yeah. Kein avodim al yad adonayim, because it's 69 nations. Kein shivcha al yad gevirta, because that's the one which is Paroi and the Mitzrayim. So that's, and he's Messiah, a beautiful word. Achi Chaneinu is 424. Mashiach ben David is 424. So the pasuk finishes, Chaneinu Hashem Chaneinu Kirav Savanu Vuz. The Eibush say, the Eibush, please, Rav Savanu Vuz. We're ready. We're Savua, Kalba Savua. We're satisfied. We're more than enough in satisfaction of Buz, of Bezyonis from the Goyim. So Bezyonis, Fayit is to be in Golos. It's a Bezyoin. It's a shame for a Jew to be in Golos. So we say, Chaneinu Hashem Chaneinu Kirav, enough. Savanu, that we're already savua from the booze of being a galus. Rabba Savala, and we emphasize it a second time. Rabba Savala Nafshenu, that there has been a severe of our nefesh so much. Halaga Shananim, the laughter of the Shananim. Rashi says, Halaga Goyim Shananim Savanu. The Goyim are sitting peaceful, and it's like a tiny klap in Mila. How come the Goyim are living? They're drinking a bottle of beer. They're sitting at the beach. It's good. It's good for the Goyim. The Goyim are Shananim, and they're making a lag on the Jews. And Habuz is Bizyonis, which we said is Legiyei Yoinim. Is this booze is on the Gei Yoinim, which is Gei Yoinim is the place where there's a lot of Yoinim, which is Yerushalayim. Why is Yerushalayim a place of a lot of Yoinim? The valley of the Yoinim. Pashtus is because the Hara Maria is a little bit lower, because I'll say that it's like Ein Lechanoek B'Shoyer Elav Ben Kseifav. It's even though Yerushalayim is a tall mountain, but the Makkah Mikdash is a little lower than Ein Eitam.
Like that's short,
Right. So we said that over there is a place of Yoinim, Pashtus, because a lot of the Karbonis were Yoinim. So so therefore the Goyim are laughing at Yerushalayim, that Yerushalayim is Chorev. So we say that with the Rabbanu Shalom, that Kilu, even if he does, we don't deserve that have the Geula right away, but just from the fact that the Goy lachen up from Eden, Malach from Yerushalayim is of Malach from Eden, they're laughing at the Jews. So that itself is Ma'orah Klap and Mila to say that it's enough for the Jews to be in Golus. The Rebbe had an unbelievable koch in this capital Tehillim. I mean, look, in every capital, Mosai, in every time where you see that the David HaMelech emphasizes this thing that a Yid screams out to the Eibishter. The Rebbe said that a person says that I'm a lamdan, I'm learning Torah, it's not so bad to be in Golus. So first of all, and he says, tell me a pasuk in Tehillim. I like to say a chiddush in the Rambam. So the Rebbe said, well, first of all, the Rambam says twice in Hilchos Tshuva and Hilchos Malachim that Nisabu Yisrael v'Chachameyim, that they should be pnuyim in order to be learning Torah b'Chachmasa. So the whole type of Chacham Yisrael was to go out of Golus. The whole type was to go out of Golus. But the emphasis that if a person thinks that they're good in Golus, Rachmana litzlan, is that Afila Torah ain't like. How could a person be satisfied with their avodas Hashem in Golus when the avodas Hashem is a shadow of what it needs to be when it will be Moisa Mashiach? That they should be able to learn Torah and to do the mitzvahs. So here, and this is a capital Tehillim, one of those capital Tehillim where a Yid picks up his eyes to the Eibishter and a Gita Geshrei. There's no other way to learn this pasuk. Gita Geshrei, even though even if I'm like an Eved, like a Shivcha, but for it, give a cook. Even if I don't deserve, but look at the Goyim. The Goyim are laughing at Yerushalayim, that Yerushalayim is in Golus. So we're asking the Eibishter to bring Mashiach. A Yid is not happy where he is. The Yid wants because the avodas Hashem now is can avoid the nisht. So 2 nights ago, unfortunately, our Kohen Gadol over here, Shalom Shleima, is in the hospital. So he was lucky that he was lucky that this time they put him with another Yid, Machayim, gewinnt zusammen 2 Yidden, nice bed, Far Pesach, instead of having all the Narishkeiten. And I come into the room and say, Yiddish dabak, dvorim betelim, dabak. Yiddish dvorim betelim, meret, So what are they talking about? This Yid is a Rosh Yeshiva. And he has a yeshiva, Rebbe Shalf, and they should both have a full shleima. And he said that many years ago, he was helping out, I forgot the name of the organization. Someone may have showed him a Moiset Tzedakah that they give for Eretz Yisrael before Pesach, and they were short $100,000. Talking 1989. Behind $100,000. Sanish can get it. It's not a small thing. $100,000. $100,000, good. Wouldn't mind the summer rights check of $100,000. $100,000. We'll give him $100,000. They told him a name of a Pesagivir in Queens. I won't say names because not again the story of the names. So they said there was a Pesagivir in Queens. It was a big Baal Tzedakah. So he tried. He went. It was on Tuesday, and he met this Yid. He said to the mayor, "Could you help us out? Tzfani Eretz Yisrael." He said, "I don't have a penny." What are you talking to me? He said, "But Tzfani Eretz Yisrael." He thought the guy is Tzfani Eretz Yisrael. He said, "What? Say that again." He said, "Tzfani Eretz Yisrael." He said, I can't believe it. He said, Sunday I went to the Lubavitcher Rebbe, and after I passed, the Rebbe called me back and gave me a $2, and he said, this is for Ani Eretz Yisrael. So I have to help you. Right? I really don't have money. So I have a sitzuch with my brother-in-law. He owes me $250,000. So why don't you go to him and collect the money, and you can take it for Ani Eretz Yisrael. This guy is a Rosh Yeshiva. I'm surprised that he even took the bait. But what I guess he said I went to his brother-in-law.
Hashem Shema, it was good to go.
You can imagine the earful he got. A scoundrel, I don't owe him anything. He owes me money. What are you talking about? I got him. He says, you know what? You want to make shalom bayis in the mishpocha? I'm giving you $25,000. Tell him that I gave you $250,000. And this way you can make shalom. The whole family's falling apart over this dispute. Huh?
His
The brother-in-law, Mayor's brother-in-law.
He's on the trip.
Huh?
This Rosh Hashiva. Told to this Rosh Hashiva.
Yeah. So he said, "Look, I don't know. I have to ask for Shlomo Zalman Auerbach. It's Akasha, Farbrengen." So he said, "Well, you're chayiv. It's for mutter l'shanas, chayiv l'shanas nedak shalom. You must." He said, "Okay, must I? I must ask. I'll ask a shayla. I'll call. I go on to Shlomo Zalman Auerbach.
Give the check.
No,
Can't
I want to ask him Shlomo Zalman Shmuel Tonish like. So he went back. He said, Shlomo Zalman said, also. So he said, you know what?
Why?
Awesome. I don't know.
He said why? He said why?
Also. Asur.
Yeah.
That's it.
You're not allowed to do
No go.
action.
Okay. So
No laundry.
yeah, exactly. So he went back to the brother-in-law, to this mayor's brother-in-law, and he said, Plumazama Paskin, it's forbidden. So the guy said, you know what? I'm giving you $100,000. I'm giving you $100,000. And they sent the money right away to Yerushalayim. And he right away got back notes, thank you from every family, thank you so much. He asked them that they should write, like they do. They write thank you notes.
Right.
He put together a booklet, and he after Pesach he brought it to this mayor, and he said it was all your schus. So I want to give you these booklets of thank you notes. He says my schus was the Rebbe called me back and said for Ani Eretz Yisrael, why don't we go to the Rebbe and give him the book? Okay, they went. He said it was dafka, very long line. We waited 7 hours online, and we got to the Rebbe. And we gave the Rebbe the booklet. The Rebbe was smiling. The Rebbe was happy. The Rebbe took the booklet. He didn't say, the Rebbe took the booklet. And then the Rebbe gave us $3. And he said, Kiflayim l'tushia.
Wow.
So then, this Rosh Hashiva tells to me and Yankel, he says, but it still didn't happen. The Rebbe said it should be double. Meir is still alive. I'm alive. And I still didn't get the $200,000 check. So simultaneously, we both said to him, no, what do you mean? It's gonna happen. If the Rebbe said it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. Saraya, that you're gonna shema me, not that you're gonna heal. You're gonna go out of the hospital and you're gonna. Yeah.
Like that, it's
Seize the moment.
Brother-in-law status for the 200,000.
I'm just telling you the way he told it to me. So it's an unbelievable thing that the Rebbe L'choira, the Rebbe. This is a thing that is a recurring thing by the Rebbe's Avodas Hashem. L'choira, the Rebbe. So the Rebbe was taka happy. He took the book from them. He didn't say, I don't know what you're talking about. What are you giving me the book? The Rebbe didn't say that. He took the book. Well, the Rebbe, everything people gave the Rebbe, nothing went to the garbage. Everything is stored in the Oifim Masudar. Little children gave the Rebbe, everything was stored. Everything is sitting there. So the Rebbe took it from him.
You need a warehouse to store everything.
That's why they built on this in the line. That's what they built. They built on Asaf and on Abrek. Pisam Veramps under your feet when you go there 770. In between the two buildings, that's where they store everything. That Rebbe wanted everything to be stored.
There are other tunnels we don't know.
Everything is stored. Nothing went in the garbage. Nothing went in the garbage.
What do you mean? You're talking about the letters that the Rebbe people sent to the
Everything.
even less?
Someone saw me.
These key from the city, right?
Yeah.
A mayor of the city came and gave the Rebbe the key from the city. The Rebbe has tons of keys. I saw a picture of it. Tons of keys.
Yeah.
Okay, they got the Rebbe asked that I have to sell the chometz from the city. They keep wanting to give me the key. Want to give me the key. That means I'm the owner of this. That I have to sell the chometz. And the Rebbe take some Chabad house that they give him the key. The Rebbe in the Chometz Chutz wrote the address from this Chabad house.
There was a few Meisers that Rebbe sold their comments.
Yeah.
So, the Rebbe Taka took it. But what the Rebbe said was, Kiflayim l'tushia. It's an interesting thing. This is a very strong theme by the Rebbe's Avodas Hashem. That's in Be'emes Yetzias Mitzrayim. The Rebbe said, the Yitzis Mitzrayim means to break boundaries. So if I broke a boundary and I went in a certain step and avoided Hashem, and now I'm comfortable in my shoes, so to stay here, that's a new Mitzrayim. But today I broke with the boundaries and I did something in Avodas Hashem which I didn't think I could do. Something in Yerushalayim, something in Avodas Hatfilah, something in Limud Torah, something in Midas Toiva, something in Adam Lachavede, in Ishlish, whatever it is. I broke my boundaries and I got to something in Avodas Hashem. And the big thing by the Rebbe always was that, but now this is your new boundary. You think that you go like this, but this is your new boundary. So now you have to break that. Tzis Mitzrayim doesn't stop. Your Tzis Mitzrayim doesn't end. That's a pshat. That's mitzvah that we're saying. There's a chiyuv to Mesap Mitzrayim and call a marble Mesap Mitzrayim Arez Meshubach. That it doesn't stop even when the chiyuv finished. We say but still it doesn't finish. It's Arez Meshubach. That is the avodas Hashem. So to summarize the Farbrengen, Taka, on the one hand, the Talmid of Shalaran that approached with another Yid is Taka with a smile and with and Pevlei Ahava with strong ropes of love. But the Avodah Hashem of ourselves is that we break boundaries, and we're never satisfied with that, and we go weiter and weiter and weiter. Maybe shall helfen to Taka. We're not satisfied because as long as we're in Golos, we're not satisfied. And Megita Geshreit zum Rebbeinu Shalom that it's enough. This Golus Chanenu Hashem Chanenu Kerav Savan Avuz. It's enough. This Yonis now we see the ganze Welt Se Pezuri Yisrael. Mamish V'Hisha Omda. We see it that Mamish there's no friends at all. There's no one that has our back. So therefore we ask the Rebbeinu Shalom now that we saw the Rav Savan Avuz. Shvizoichet to see Bebias Mashiach Tziteni.
Amen.
L'chaim.
Amen.
Nigun. L'chaim. Should be Taka, Lashon Haba Yerushalayim, Lashon Haba, we're already settled over there, but this year we could still do Korban Pesach. L'chaim. Anyone that would like, please take matzahs. Wow.